Hey, Jules Blessed Vegan, and as always, welcome to my channel. And for those of you who are new, I know you can benefit. So you may have noticed the icon for this, which said peace, love, and tea. Yes, herbal tea. I'm a tea girl. You know, when I was a little girl, we used to take tea, just regular Lipton tea, put in a ton of honey and some lemon, stir it up, freeze it, and then literally eat it like a popsicle. My sister Vanessa and I loved to do that. It was literally a treat. That was back before people had corrupted taste buds, and you could actually enjoy that seemingly as a treat, and I most certainly did. For years and years and years, I never thought about tea. I was too busy drinking milkshakes and Diet Coke, not together, praise God. But I didn't think about tea. And then a couple years ago, when I met Tannyraw, who's a social media phenom on every health platform, one of the big things she says is that the kitchen is closed. So like after dinner, the kitchen is closed and the tea bar ideally is open. So at that time, for the first time, I started noticing all these amazing herbal teas and the array of flavors, which was just astronomical. I mean, everything from, of course, mandarin orange to, cupcake lemon to, of course, black licorice spice. Wow, I'm having trouble talking. It's interesting. Every once in a while when I have my apple cider vinegar, I don't know if anyone's familiar. When I put apple cider vinegar in my dressing, and I put a good amount, like my husband's across the room going, "Ugh, did you use apple cider vinegar, honey?" And I'm like, barely, why? I am way too generous with that stuff. I don't measure. I just pour a fourth cup, half cup, whatever. Anyway, sometimes after, I have this weird illusion of not speaking correctly, and I don't even have my Invisalign in. This is my little 4-hour break. So that's interesting to me, but I will continue to have apple cider vinegar, even at the risk of tripping over this. Okay. So anyway, I picked out some different teas, and some of them were by Stash, which I wasn't familiar with at the time, but that's a really good one. Basic, of course, Celestial Seasonings. And it was so fun because I actually went to their plant the last time that I was visiting in Colorado. Unfortunately, because of my asthma, and they're literally 50-gallon containers of these luscious teas, I had to leave. I could not do that tour. Are you kidding me? Too much. But it was beautiful for the moment, and I got some flavors there that they don't even offer in California. So that was a lot of fun. And then one of my beautiful friends, her name's Annie. I coined her Awesome Annie. It hasn't really been picked up by the media yet, but I know at some point that will be her nickname, Awesome Annie. And Awesome Annie gave me this beautiful mug. Oh my gosh, such a blessing. And it literally says someone special, and that was me, that luckily was considered somebody special, and has beautiful butterflies. Are you kidding me? Butterflies and just lovely flowers on it, and the color is so outstanding. So this is one of my favorites. I'm not a shy girl, okay, just like my salads. I am not a shy girl. This is about 20 ounces, and I readily drink 4. I have another huge mug, but it has Hershey's on it, which can provoke some people. But it's a happy Christmas mug, and it has 24 ounces. So that's like drinking, 12 cups at a time. This is easily drinking 10 cups at a time. I don't even think twice about that. Like, honestly, when I became vegan and raw vegan, it wasn't to reduce the quantity of things. It was, in fact, to be able to eat as much as I want of the proper things to eat. That's why I dig it. I love having 8 oranges at once, 4 apples, 5 bananas. Like, I love the quantity of it, let alone my, 12-cup salads. So no, I haven't come to reduce my portions or eat less. I'm just eating way more of what serves my body. So I absolutely love this. This is Self-Care September. Welcome if you're just joining us. It's a perfect time to choose self-care. For those who are following, we are actually on, what is today, the 25th? No, 26th. We are on day 26. And day 26 was to find a way to use one of your strengths or talents today. So actually, it is the 25th, but I'm always a day ahead. So if it's still the 25th where you are, and again, don't be concerned about months or days, just go ahead and go with the hot tip. It was to release yourself from inner demands and self-criticism. And I was saying that I've been having a very short fuse when it comes to me and things going wrong. I mean, to the point of, making fists and my brain just literally being ready to explode. And though God is often the only one privy, I know my truth, and it's been very difficult. Sometimes when I'm just tired, like exhausted, there's two things. One, I giggle way too much. That's for sure. And two, I can't act on things because I'm so tired. So last night I was up until about 10 to 4 in the morning because I was desperately trying to finish all of my progress reports. And I slept for about 2.5 hours, which I had also done the night before. And so I'm definitely sleep deprived, let's be fair. And so then I had to have 13 parent-teacher conferences today, which literally went from my first one at 8 in the morning and did not finish until 5:30 tonight. But I'm happy to say that I finished all of them. Yay, God. So my 32 parents are appeased. I met with all of them. I finished all those progress reports, proofread them, and turned them in. Yay. So I'm done with all of that. And I'm very happy and was proud of myself. But I haven't slept, and it's already after 10 o'clock at night. What else is new? So I wanted to check in with my Jules Blessed Vegan group and hook you up on Self-Love September. And so, forgive me, self-care, but it should be self-love, really. So what I was going to say was, in being so tired, even though at a few times today I was seriously overwhelmed, I didn't respond. I didn't get angry. I didn't put myself down. I didn't grip my fist, nothing. I just cruised through everything as it came because I was too tired to do otherwise. So did I release myself from my inner demands and self-criticism? Out of sheer exhaustion? Yes, I did. Okay, so now the 26th was to find a new way to use one of your strengths and talents today. I have no idea what that's going to look like, but I am game. Find a new way to use one of your strengths and talents today. I'm going to say something, as part of teaching online, I'm also the PE instructor. I know, I laugh at even the thought, let alone the look of that. Oh my goodness. But yes, I'm the PE instructor. So I also do what are called brain breaks. In between, like every 20-25 minutes, we stop and do a brain break because it helps the brain kind of resituate and help the children to get back on task. So some of the PE that I've been doing, in a way, I was gaining strength because I was doing some different challenges, like one that was called the Butt and Gut Challenge, and certainly 20 minutes of rebounding a day and things like that. But I had no idea that I was being prepared to be a PE instructor. So as I'm doing the different PEs like Go Noodle or certainly a Bowflex, 5-minute stretch and things like that with the children, it's a lot of the things that I inadvertently had been doing for these challenges. So I can actually do the squats. I can do the lunges. I'd already looked up the proper methods for doing it. And I'm so stoked, that I can do that. So it was kind of interesting. So when I think about strengths I already had, my talent is that now I'm a PE instructor. And I am absolutely implementing that. And that is just very cool. Let's be fair. All right. For those of you who are sticking around, I just want to give a fantastic talk on how drinking tea may improve your health. And here's what to try. I have absolutely done videos on tea and different kinds of teas before, and I can find that for you and attach it to this one. But I just want to see, what are those benefits? So it reads, drinking tea has many health benefits, and a daily cup or two can be good for you along with the healthy teas that you should try. And I am familiar with many, but I'm always open to learning about more. No matter what the season, tea can be a tasty beverage since it can be served iced or hot, or even room temperature if you dare. But its benefits go beyond refreshment. There's plenty of research showing that drinking tea can actually improve your health. The newest study, published Thursday in the European Journal of Preventive Cardiology, and Lord knows what Thursday this was, involved more than 100,000 adults in China and found those who drank tea regularly was less likely to develop arteriosclerotic cardiovascular disease. Yes, I said that. Or die prematurely from any cause, particularly stroke, compared to others during a 7-year follow-up period. Very cool. The reason I'm suggesting that there's benefits to it is because what Tannyraw always says, again, is that the kitchen is closed. So for those night eaters, for those who find themselves wandering the house, wondering what they can have, well, my sugar dropped after dinner, so I need more sugar. Really? What? Huh? Hooey whatty? All those people. If you remind yourself that the kitchen is closed, but the tea bar is open, and again, just the plain wonderful herb teas, and as your taste buds get in order, even more wonderful. They're so amazing. You can have all the tea you want. Hence the reason I drink 10 cups. And I'm not one of those people who is afraid I'll have to tea in the night. Are you kidding me? I get up every hour to go to the restroom. I don't even think about it, and I go right back to sleep. Okay, so it says the link was especially strong, the link of the 7 years post study. Among habitual tea drinkers, those who enjoyed the beverage at least 3 times a week, green tea seemed to have a stronger effect than black tea, which is super interesting. Black tea has a natural amount of caffeine in it. Green tea has a much smaller amount. And then, of course, herbal tea has none. I don't do caffeine because I get migraines from it, but this mild amount is probably something I can most certainly handle. I'm still choosing not to, but I probably could handle it. They say it's a very natural, mild dose. So based on the findings, a 50-year-old frequent tea drinker might develop heart disease almost a year and a half later, or live about a year longer than someone who never or seldom drank tea, the study authors wrote. That may not seem like a lot, but if anyone's ever told you you're about to die, trust me, you would be stoked to have a year or a year and a half left. Are you kidding me? Okay, so the results suggest that habitual, regularly, at least 3 times a week, tea consumption may be considered as an overall health-promoting lifestyle behavior, wrote Vanessa Bianconi, a researcher at the University of Perugia in Italy and lead author of an editorial accompanying the new research. Tea's ability to lower blood pressure may be why it could reduce a person's risk of dying of stroke, the editorial noted. Tea, especially green tea, again, is a rich source of flavonoids, bioactive compounds that can lessen oxidative stress, relieve inflammation, and provide other health benefits, the study author noted. They cautioned more research was needed to see whether the results in the Chinese adults would also apply to people outside of East Asia, and that's just all the time. You know, anybody who lives naturally, certainly vegans, raw vegans, those striving for a different way than the standard diet, often are not funded and can't make the proclamations that studies funded by pharmaceuticals seem to have all the money in the world for to back their claim, okay? So other studies have shown teas can help to protect your teeth and your heart, as well as possibly even helping to stave off cancer. At the very least, drinking tea is a flavorful way of getting enough fluid into your body each day. Amen. Which type you drink can make a difference. All non-herbal teas are made from leaves of the Camellia sinensis plant. The amount of the time the leaves are processed determines whether you end up with a green, black, or oolong tea. So interesting. My kids are going to figure out that it is way too late to be barking, okay? The green teas are the least processed and tend to have the highest amounts of polyphenols. That's good to know. And the only type that contain the polyphenol catechin, which is why many studies have been done using only green teas. Certain herbal teas are known for their medicinal values, including soothing the digestive system. That is so true. Here are the top 10 benefits of tea and some options for delicious teas to try. Number 1, it contains antioxidants. Antioxidants work to prevent the body's version of rust. I love that. The body's version of rust. That is so cute. And thus help to keep us young and protect us from damage from pollution, Load up on antioxidants with a white tea, I don't know if you're familiar, which is less processed than black or green tea. So it retains more beneficial antioxidants. You gotta love that. And an example, and it may very well be an ad, is Vadam Himalayan Imperial White Tea. I'd like to know more about that. Number 2, tea has less caffeine than coffee, you think? Herbal blends have no caffeine. Thank you very much. That is completely true. Wow, wait a second, people, don't give up on me. Somehow, my phone does not have the plug, and it's claiming that it wants to die. Let's not say we didn't. Are you still with me? What? Of course you are, because you're from God. Okay, well, traditional teas have less than 50% of what typically is found in coffee. That means you can consume it without those pesky effects on your nervous system. All right. And if you're trying to switch from coffee to tea, try a chicory root tea, like Ticino. It might be Ticino, maybe. It's Teeccino, Ticino, which has a mouthfeel and flavor similar to coffee. Chicory root is also known to help reduce stress and is a prebiotic, so may be helpful to your gut. Bonus! This tea will give you a kick of energy without the caffeine. Yes, please. I have so much energy. It doesn't even matter, but for people who need it. Number 3, tea may reduce your risk of a heart attack or stroke. There's a lot of literature out there on tea and the heart health. And this is the health effect for which there is the strongest evidence. In fact, a study published in 2016 that combined data from a host of earlier reports found a nearly 20% reduction in the risk of heart attack and a 35% reduction of stroke among those who drank 1 to 3 cups of green tea a day, green tea. Those who drank 4 or more cups of green tea daily had a 32% reduction in the risk of having a heart attack and lower levels of LDL cholesterol. 4 cups of green tea may keep you running to the bathroom, but you can get the same benefits from drinking 1 cup of matcha tea, which is made from ground green tea leaves and is said to be the nutritional equivalent of 10 cups of regular green tea. What? Let's see that again. Let's go back, people. Are you kidding me? Okay, so we've already reduced stroke and heart disease by 32% just by having about 4 cups of green tea. And then there's the Superman of teas, which is called matcha. And for matcha, it indicates that 1 cup of matcha tea, which is made from ground green tea leaves and is said to be the actual nutritional content, the nutritional equivalent of 10 cups of regular green tea. And of course, they have an ad for it, Starter Matcha, 100% organic matcha. Oh, I'm going to have to pray about this. It's so interesting to me. Well, speaking of interesting, I'm going to end it here. Not that I'm not going to finish. I am. There's 6 more great points, but I'm going to share them tomorrow because my husband was, along with all my other critics who love me enough to tell me the truth, besides my face being too close, is that my videos are way too long and that no one sticks around for them. So I promise I will certainly not exceed a 20-minute mark, which I've done in the past. All right, so stick around for part 2 of the benefits of tea. And as always, my friends, peace, love, tea. Like if you like, join us if you haven't. Subscribe. Let me know in the comments below how I may support you. And best of all, in addition to drinking your tea, know that you are blessed.